Hello everybody, blessings. I hope this video meets you well. I am Letitia. I am a mindful millennial mom of 5 kids. I am an intuitive, I'm an idealist, an INFJ empath. I am a pro-democracy, progressive immigrant living in the US. I'm a poet. I also have a pimple on my face. Um, and I'm recording this video on December 4th, 2024. This is my second video that I'm recording this morning, and this is my fourth video that I have with the intention I have with the intention of posting. So I do not know when this video will be posted. I don't know what is going to be happening in our world and around us and in our lives at the time that this is posted. I could just tell you what's happening in our world and around us right now and in my world, my life. So right now I am in a room that I call my serenity room. I've always wanted to have a room such as this where I can create and write and think and process, and it has the energy of who I am, energy of love and light and expression. And this room is an expression of my femininity and my faith and my personality and who I am in this season of life. My desk is in front of a window that overlooks a forest. I could call it the enchanted woods. I see squirrel and deer and chipmunks and birds. And right now it's winter, so there's no leaves on the trees. So I can look right into the woods, and I could just see all the branches and you know, I can see the tree trunks, and it's the artistry of winter, of the winter season, of just having these very dreary, depressing colors, which in a way always, wasn't something that I love, but I know I understand it differently because I understand it as a season and a period of reflection and revelation and not too much distraction. Like literally revealing things, because the leaves, like, they die and they fall to the ground, and it reveals all the movement that is happening in the woods, and it reveals the things that you wouldn't normally see, you know, and it just and it causes the birds to stand up and the critters to stand up and deer to stand up. It's very, very fascinating. So winter is a time of revelation, of revealing, you know. And I hate winter because of how cold it is. But, you know, this time around, I think I'm going to be appreciative of the quietness of winter. The a moment to rest, because it's just very exhausting. It has been an exhausting year. I am exhausted. I could feel that exhaustion, and I was hoping, like many people, that, we would have been moving into a Christmas season of hope and celebration and joy and victory. But instead, we are kind of like having to work a little extra hard to fight off despair, fight off negativity, and keep the hope alive, and to believe and to see the magic and to be grateful, to see the magic of the magical things, the beautiful things, and I just wanted to make a video number 4, even though I have made other videos, is because there's more that I wanted to say. I see a squirrel. There's more that I wanted to say. I am not like any other social media influencer, creator, whatever you want to call those people, people that do social media. I see myself as someone, first of all, that is just like letting you in, and letting you in my journey of growth as I learn to step into my role as a light worker, You know, my own phrasing for it is a warrior of truth, love, and light. You know, um, as I step into my role as an intuitive and I figure things out and I grow and I observe and I transition. And one of these thoughts that came to my head right now is this morning is that this moment feels like the part of pregnancy where the baby is being pushed. You know, we are pushing out a new world. And the worst thing is that if it sucks that it feels like the new world we're pushing out is an old energies, you know, energy of darkness, energy that we should be moving past as human beings, because we should be more enlightened and educated, and we are more enlightened and educated, but the ignorance and the old mindsets and the darkness of the past is fighting hard to remain relevant. I just do not believe that it will succeed. I believe that it is in a moment of that hard push, that hard fight, that final battle. We are in the final battle, but I do not accept or believe that this is our future. That what we're seeing now is the future that we're heading into. That we're heading into darkness. I don't believe it. I don't accept it. You know, I feel like at this moment, for some reason, I feel like I'm being hidden, sort of. That I'm not connecting or reaching people. And that the reason I'm not is because, again, it's just loud and dark and distracting, and the negativity is so big and so prevalent and so, you know, palpable and so everything in your face that it is hard to hear the people in the quiet. It's hard to see the people in the light. It's hard to see that little glimmer of light saying, "Come with me." You know, the little fairies. Think about it, Brave. You know, those little fairies that guided, I forgot what the redhead princess is called, what her name is, but guided her out of the woods or guided her where they wanted her to go, the little fairies. I see myself as one of those people, you know, but I am not. I am new to this. I am now stepping into that role. I'm now discovering my superpower. I'm now discovering the power of my words and the power of my faith and the power of my observation. I'm now discovering who I am and what I'm supposed to do. You know, every once in a while I get pimples in my face, and this is one of those times. So I don't know if you focusing on it as much as I could see it, but you know, I don't usually have this. It's a pimple. Um, so you know, and I'm listening to people, and while I'm listening to people, I'm listening to all kinds. You know, like I listen to the historians and the intellectuals and the intuitives and the tarot readers and the political analysts and the well, I do not listen to mainstream media people much, very rarely, because mainstream media, in my opinion, is a part of the darkness. It is a part of the what we're up against. That is the enemy. I'm sorry to say I hate to use the language like that, but I do agree with the concept, the thought, the phrasing that mainstream media is the enemy of the people. Even though there are good people in mainstream media, the overall entity is not on the people's side. It is part of the darkness that we are fighting off. And the reason that I believe that more and more as I have observed that they are still trying to blame the wrong people, and still trying to get people to blame the wrong people, still trying to get people to focus on the wrong things instead of blaming themselves, instead of blaming the right people, instead of focusing on the right things that people need to focus on to be informed about. I honestly hold mainstream media as the number one thing most responsible for the moment that we're in, and I root for it's crumbling. I root for the crumbling of mainstream media, because mainstream media is the E O T P, the EOTP. You know, Um, and we listen to some people will listen to the best ones that are still there, hanging on to the little bit of the little bit of truth and integrity that mainstream media offer. You know, but for the most part, the overall entity is not for the people, and it doesn't inform the people, and it doesn't do its job, and it doesn't do its job on purpose, and it makes people focus on the wrong things. And all I've been trying to say the whole time that I've been talking is that people need to have to take responsibility for their own discernment and their own intelligence and their own being knowledge, their own quest for knowledge. So me, I appreciate that we have this technology. I don't know what people are going to try to do with this technology to silence the intellectuals and the historians and the informed and educated and the people that actually speak the truth and actually bring clarity to the information that we need to receive. You know, I don't know what they're going to do in order to shut all these people up. But in the meantime, I really believe that people need to use their power to, if they have the desire to do so, use their power to exchange truth and love and light. Be a messenger of truth, love, and light. You know, and that's what I'm choosing to do. And I'm planting seeds. And how I look at it is I'm sowing the seeds, but I'm not watering my seeds. I am not. I'm just sowing it. I'm walking. I'm moving around. I'm sowing those seeds, and I'm leaving it to the higher power, the divine, the universe, the source, spirit, God, the higher power, to take care of those seeds for me, to help them to grow, to water them, to give them enough light, to pass it on and help it to grow and help it to sow power and inspiration and ideas and love and light and truth into the hearts of other people. That's what I'm hoping to do. I got my first oracle cards. Oracle cards is not the same thing as tarot because I don't find myself drawn to being interested in learning tarot reading. But oracle cards I find interesting. Oracle cards are wisdom cards, and I call myself all kinds of things. Like in the previous video, I said I'm a seer. I see things. I see myself as an oracle, a messenger of wisdom. I see myself as a light worker, somebody that keeps the lights burning. And I know that some people might listen to me and see me as a weirdo. I am for the people who I resonate with. And someday I will find my audience. But I said a little prayer, to my higher self, because honestly, as an agnostic, it doesn't matter who I do believe there's a divine and there's a source and there's a spirit and there's a higher power. I believe that higher power is love, and whether or not whatever it's called doesn't really matter to me. The things that resonate with me is I am, and I remember the verse with the I am in the Bible, that where the Spirit of God says I am that I am. I am. I feel that the the higher power and the divine is inside of me. I believe it is my higher self. I believe that it is love, and that is what matters to me. The names and all that kind of stuff is not as important, and so I do believe. Right. So my cards that I pulled this morning, said, I don't remember them exactly, but basically it said to look for wisdom in higher places, something like that. So basically seek out wisdom, all right? It also said embrace my uniqueness, all this weird stuff that I just told you. That's my superpower. That's who I am. That's my uniqueness, my light. And it also said something about spreading love. I don't remember the exact words, but spreading love. And I was like, something about the power of love. And these are all the things that I know, but these are reminders. And I just wanted to share that with you. But I'm out of time, so blessings and have a wonderful life. Love you.